Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. I think a lot of people around the world are feeling quite bullish about the digital asset XRP right now. It broke past 50 cents, and it is really looking like it's going to touch 53 cents, up nearly 12% in the last 24 hours. I do think this is coming from the Ripple SEC call that took place with the magistrate judge, because it's looking very good right now that Ripple has the upper hand in what they are trying to do in terms of their defense. Now, it's hard to say, but it's just my humble opinion. It was a very, very good call. All right, I'm going to pick up where I left off in the last video, and we're going to look at what is happening with blockchain and banks, because there is a lot going on, and this is going to be super lightning speed, as if I was jumping across a lake on top of lily pads. We're not going to dive deep, and so hang on, because I'm going to really move it along. What we need to do is take a look at a project which is very agnostic. This is Quant, and on January 29th, 2021, they integrated the Bitcoin blockchain, the Ethereum blockchain, and they call it the Ripple blockchain, but we know it's the XRP ledger, into the Overledger, which is an operating system. And this is a new version that has a new compliance and KYC, and it allows them to really hit that milestone for their live production. It's very, very important to understand some of the partners, which is why we're going to look at the Quant partner SIA in this video, because the moves that they are making, it's just unbelievable. So when I talk about being agnostic, it means that, like Flare networks, they are unleashing the power of individual blockchains. Here on February 26th, we have the CEO of Quant, Gilbert Verdi, and he tweeted out that we know the Flare team well and have looked at it already, like the tech, like the approach. I like that tweet. Let me take you back to 2019, April, when Brad Garlinghouse is informing everybody that they are one of the founding members of INATBA. Have a listen, just 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO here at Ripple. It's an honor and really a privilege for us to be one of the founding members of the International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications. This really is a pivotal time for the distributed ledger technology industry. It's critical that as an industry, we come together and engage with regulators and with governments globally. The work we're seeing with the European Commission is pivotal and can be leading in this effort. We're thrilled to be involved and look forward to being a leading participant.
Quant, same month, also officially incorporated into that association. That association is key when you are working with banks. Now, the partner SIA, we have to really pay attention what they are doing, because many banks, many central banks around the world use the SIA blockchain. In June 2020, SIA achieved that interoperability. It was a goal, and they achieved it with the partner Quant. And this is really just the beginning, I think, of when the two of them together just went on fire. We see here that Nexi and SIA merged. This is a mega merger to form Europe's largest payment provider. This was October 2020. So Nexi SIA is often how it is referred to as a combination name. And SIA, they did the New Zealand Central Bank real-time gross settlements with their blockchain. And here we see just 4 months ago, the Central Bank of Iceland deployed their real-time payments with SIA. And then you have SIA, NTT Data, and Corda. They all went live with 100 banks, representing 91% of the nation's banks in Italy. This was really amazing. And Fidor Bank is the very first bank to use the Ripple payment protocol. And on March 1st, we have a big announcement with Fedor and SIA. They have announced that their payment software is going to be the instant payments of choice in Europe, and SIA is again in the middle of that development. And then March 15th, the European Commission approved another merger with SIA, Nexi. It is now officially the largest payments group in Europe. They're getting even bigger with this, bringing Denmark's rival company Nets into an all-share deal. An absolute payments platform monster in the making here. And Ripple is integrated into that Quant Overledger OS. So it's getting exposure to all this interoperability. Quant does not use their digital asset as a bridge currency for cross-border payments. It is used in many different ways. I just will name a few that are really the highlights. It's the access or key to get permission to use the Overledger operating system through the license, and they have this lockup with the token, and it is with a predefined minimum. It also, just so you know, it can also be staked, but the Quant token is used to validate, sign, and encrypt every transaction. So if you want to take a look in more detail of all the use cases, I'm going to tell you that this is the gal to follow on Twitter, at Varg_88. I think she is the best at covering Quant. And of course, as you know, I'm not able to go that deep in all of those projects. So you've got to find the person who is really keeping you up to date on all of the developments. And I think this cave woman, as she calls herself, is really the one to follow in this space. I'm sure there's many, many more, but I have found her, and she seems to be very timely, and she's very factual. So we're jumping to the fluff. Yeah, can you believe that? In 7 minutes and 28 seconds. I told you we were going to go at lightning speed. So we had the earthquake yesterday, and yeah, we haven't had any aftershocks that we have felt in Tokyo, which is a good thing. But I wanted to show you a new product. This is probably one of the most, I would think, one of the most prepared nations when it comes to disasters, because this country gets hit with a lot, volcanoes and tsunamis and earthquakes and floods, and it's just one of those one of those situations. I'm not in Kansas, although Kansas has a lot of tornadoes. So yeah, it has its challenge with natural disasters. And this is a new product that comes in some various sizes depending on the size of your dog, but it's an emergency evacuation pack that you can prepare in advance. And so when you got to run, your dog can be equipped with everything that it needs to come along on that evacuation. I like it. I like it. And today it is totally official that people from outside of Japan, the fans, if you will, they have okayed the athletes to come, but spectators are not going to be allowed to come to the games, which happen in just what, 4 months from now? March, April, May, June, July, August, about 4.5 months from now. Yeah, it's just kind of a sad thing, but I wanted to share that with you because it's big news here. And also too, on the same day the Tokyo 2020 official shop closed, all the goods that were made with this 2020. I mean, I even have, I have a keychain here. What a disaster. And then just, this is kind of informational fluff for you today, because there's a new rule that came from the Ministry of Health, Labor, and Welfare, and you are required to have a smartphone if you enter Japan, and you have to download these essential applications on your smartphone. One is a location map, one is Skype for video calls, and another one is Cocoa, which is a contact information app. So this is their, it's their way to try to keep everyone safe with, I know that's maybe, it's wow, it's just unbelievable, right? I don't know what to think, but just so you know, if you do come to Japan for business or for pleasure, at least right now, you are required to have a smartphone. And if you don't have a smartphone, you can rent them at the airport, but you won't be able to get in or out of the airport without a smartphone. All right, everybody. Yes, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.